So we're finally in the home stretch, and what I want to do now is add a little bit of detail to some of these accent rocks that we've put in, just to break up all of the gray colors. I'm going to be using some Woodland Scenics foliage products and applying them around the rocks just to make it look like they've been there for a while. Again, the biggest reason is I don't want to have just this solid gray area around all of the cliff faces. So just pick out random areas around the bottoms of the cliff, around the accent rocks, and I'll be placing them in there. So in the next segment I will discuss the types that we'll be using and application methods, and then we will actually do a few of those to show you how it's going to look in the end. We're going to use 3 different types of Woodland Scenics products for this step. We have clump foliage, bushes, and coarse turf, and you can get an idea of scale here. I've set each one of the 3 different types beside this penny to give you an idea of how big they are in relation to the other. Now, if you didn't want to use different colors, if you wanted to keep the same color, that's fine. I've decided to use 3 different types. We have a light green, a medium green, and a dark green. And depending on how you buy them, if you just wanted to use this clump foliage and tear off some small pieces, you'll get the same effect with small bushes, or even the coarse turf if you just wanted to pull small pieces off that. But they do sell them in individual bags of each, and the color range is varied. Like I said, it goes from light to dark. There are yellows and reds, which are good for fall colors. We want to keep the theme of the board together and just use greens, so I've picked these 3 different types. Now that we know which type of foliage that we want to use, I want to talk to you a minute about application methods. You can use this hot glue gun. All that does is it takes these sticks of glue, they go in the back side here. It takes a few minutes for it to heat up. Then you just take one of your bushes, apply a little bit of it to the back, stick it down, and you're done. And we also have this fast grab tacky glue, which is probably my favorite. You don't have any wait time like you do with a hot glue gun. You just spread a little bit out, pop your bush down, and it is stuck to the board. It'll take a little bit longer to dry than with the hot glue gun, but for intricate places that we need to get to, you can use this with a brush, and it makes it a lot easier than having to try and get this tipped where you need it to on the board. You can also use the Elmer school glue. I'm not a real big fan of this for putting down the bushes because it does not have any tack to it. It won't hold the bushes in place. You'll have to just drop the bushes on, press them down, and then wait for this to completely dry. You don't have to wait for it to dry with the tacky glue. You can move on to other things. Stand the board up on its edge and the bushes will not fall off. So this is my favorite if you're in a hurry and need it to dry quickly to move on to something else. This is the way to go. As you can see, I have already placed a few of the bushes. What I'm using is the tacky glue and an old brush. I've used the small bushes and the clump foliage on the inside, and then taken some of the coarse turf and gone around the outside. I'll probably continue that around the exterior, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what we're looking for and how that's accomplished. So I'm going to take some of the tacky glue and I'm just going to spread a little bit. You don't need much. This stuff grabs just about anything you stick to it, so I'm just going to spread a little bit out. I'm going to take one of my small bushes and place that down. Now you can use tweezers if you're not comfortable doing it with your fingers. Spread that down. And we'll come around the other side and hit just a little bit. And I think we'll keep this one light green, so I'm going to take some of the coarse turf, and I'm just going to drop it on there, push a little bit of it down, and once this dries we can take our brush and flip away the excess, and that's all there is to it.